What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, just want to give you guys a heads up, a quick reminder that we are that we are now officially 219 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And of course, as always, if you have not done so already, and I know that you guys are new to the channel, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And of course, to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below, answering the question of the day, which is this: who would you guys like to see get signed to WWE from another promotion? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we actually have some news. Excuse me. That several TNA stars are actually leaving TNA and potentially gonna be headed over to WWE. There's been a lot of chatter that they could, but the question is, who are they? Well, let's get down straight to it. So obviously you guys know that about a month ago, I want to say about a month ago, NXT did a show inside the old ECW arena, literally November 6th. So that was literally about 2 months ago. They did a show in Philadelphia, in the old ECW arena, and we saw the return of the Man Beast Rhino, who not only got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, but there's been a lot of chatter that we could see him get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame at some point. So obviously Rhino was one of the guys that finished up his time with TNA. There's been a lot of rumors that he may have gotten signed to WWE, signing a Legends contract, funny enough. But there's actually 3 others who are actually going to be exiting TNA. And the first one up is Kushida. And interestingly enough, Kushida was actually a part of WWE in 2019, I want to say. I think 2019, somewhere around there. And he was probably one of the biggest and one of the hottest prospects in NXT history, having to traveled all over the world and had done some of the craziest things imaginable. And it's weird. It's weird because he his contract with TNA is set to had already been set to expire, I believe, literally by the end of 2024. Interestingly enough, so looking at it, his time right now with TNA is up. It's officially done. There is a possibility that we could see him back in WWE at some point. I know that it won't be on the main roster because obviously, the only thing he did in NXT was compete in the Dusty Cup alongside Alex Shelley, interestingly enough, um, and then became cruiserweight champion for a brief moment. So it's weird because Kushida, um, we found out Fightful actually reported saying that he's gonna be focusing on his time in New Japan, and apparently the former cruiserweight champion himself, Kushida, is still on good terms with TNA, and that we could potentially see him go back to TNA at some point. It's possible that we could see him in WWE. It is very possible. Excuse me, but it depends on how WWE chooses. Excuse me, how WWE chooses to approach the situation, because I remember, I don't know what happened exactly, but there was a guy that Kushida had teamed up with for the longest time, from up until he got released, and that man's name is Ike Manjiro. I'm not sure if you guys remember him, but he was a very hot prospect in NXT, and unfortunately things didn't really work out well. I think just mostly because of the timing, I guess. There have been a lot of rumors that it had a lot to do with creative. I really don't think that's the case. I think it's just more the fact that there wasn't enough time for him to do his work, and there was just nothing left for him to do. So could it really be creative that was the issue? 100% yes, but I think it's just more of timing, I guess, if you will. So again, it's possible we could see Kushida come back, but only time will tell. Another one has also left TNA is a man known as Trent Seven. And funny enough, we all know Trent Seven had a very interesting time with WWE, obviously becoming NXT Tag Team Champion alongside Tyler Bate, part of Mustache Mountain, becoming NXT UK Tag Team Champions finally. Obviously things, when things went south after they lost those tag titles, we all know what happened there in NXT UK. And obviously we know that he had been with he competed in AEW at one point in his career. Obviously I didn't watch it, but it was just from some clips that I had seen on social media. But he competed in AEW for a brief moment, and then he had decided to just continue his career in TNA. And it's weird. It's weird because when you look at the pay-per-view, well, we in WWE call it PLEs, but still at the pay-per-view called Final Resolution, a couple years ago in 2023, Trent Seven was from what I'm seeing here, he was Mike Bailey's mystery partner at the pay-per-view, and it wouldn't take long for Seven to turn on Bailey, bringing an end to the tag team known as Speedball Mountain. So it's weird. So it is possible that, again, with his relationship with WWE and with what's been going on with Pete Dunne, obviously R-Truth, continuing to call him Butch and all that, and with Tyler Bate still out, out with an injury after WrestleMania, it's possible that we could see British Strong Style come back. It's possible. It is possible. All we need is just Tyler Bate. They just show up and British Strong Style has debuted, but will they be heels or baby faces? It's hard to say. I think because that Tyler Bate had been a babyface for the longest time, I think we could see them as baby faces, but that's kind of up for debate. Another one is a woman by the name of Jade Chung, who was actually TNA's ring announcer for a hot minute, and apparently her husband Josh Alexander, interestingly enough, took to X and actually said this, quote, I'm a very lucky man to have someone who shares and understands this passion for pro wrestling. My wife, Jade Chung, busted her ass these past couple years, taking on a new role as the TNA ring announcer. She embodied everything, and I think of... She embodied everything I think of when we talk about why the locker room is such... If I can... There we go. Is such a strong unit. Always looking out for others and going the extra mile whenever it's needed. I'm proud of her. And it literally shows a photo of Josh Alexander in his gear with the wife. So, shout outs to Josh Alexander. I mean, hopefully we'll see him in WWE. I know that his time with TNA is going to expire next month in February. So we could see both of them in WWE. I know with the with all the changes that WWE is currently having, obviously with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee going back over to Raw for the first time since past SummerSlam, I want to say, and with Corey Graves potentially staying on SmackDown with somebody else. There's been a lot of rumors going around that Jade Chung could end up in WWE, potentially as a backstage interviewer, which is possible. But we could also see her as a ring announcer for WWE, like maybe I don't know. I guess maybe for NXT, which would be pretty cool, or perhaps even for this new show that's supposedly going to be airing this. That's supposedly will be airing this Friday called LFG Legends and Future Greats, which apparently is supposed to be on A&E for some reason. But it's very possible. It is very possible. But there is another person that could potentially have their contract expire come really soon, and it's known as AJ Francis, or you guys might remember him as Top Dollar. Interestingly enough, Fightful actually did report saying that his time with TNA was gonna come to an end at the end of the year, and it actually has already. And apparently Fightful also reported that AJ talked about how he had enjoyed working with TNA, and now there's no telling what's gonna happen next for him in the foreseeable future. So as far as those individuals go, it's possible we could see them in WWE. I know that Jordynne Grace had her contract come to an end just last month, and so there's a lot of there's been a lot of chatter going around that Jordynne Grace could end up with WWE as early as potentially the Royal Rumble, which will be next month, but it could also happen anytime in the next couple weeks. there's no telling whether, where she'll go, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, NXT. The possibilities are out there at this point. But as far as they go, Kushida, obviously it's, the report said it best that we that he'll be continuing his time with New Japan for a while, and then potentially make the jump back to WWE. And then as far as everyone else goes, there's really no telling. But could we see them back in WWE? 100%. I think with how things are now in the Triple H era, with everything that has been going on, with all the changes, with again with Triple H taking over as the head of creative, as the chief content officer of WWE, with three incredible GMs, Adam Pearce, Nick Aldis, and Ava, just running things on their own respective shows, with guys like Cody as champion, with guys like Gunther as champion, with all these changes that we've had this year, within the last year, it's possible we could see them back in WWE. More so Trent Seven, I think, because that New Catch Republic are now, or I guess British Strong Style still, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are still on the main roster. It's possible we could see them see them unite, reunite, but it comes down to ego. Is Trent Seven's ego willing to apologize to Tyler Bate for what he did? Only time will tell. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.